How should I start this? How should I start this? I guess I should just begin with saying, welcome back to Plato's Cave. It has been quite a while since I've released an episode, although it has not been a while since I've recorded an episode. Basically, this announcement is to say, in short, that I'm back. And I've got newfound energy for the podcast. And I have, even more importantly than that, an incredible announcement, an announcement that I doubted I'd be able to share for a very long time. I am pursuing my PhD in philosophy. That is something that is locked in, can't be changed. I've secured validation via multiple emails, via official status checking the portal. I am going to be doing a PhD, and I'm going to be doing it at the University of Southern California, which that addition to the announcement again just doubles my my shock in many ways. I mean, I this time last year I was not doing a PhD at all, let alone doing a PhD at a school like USC. So I am extremely grateful and extremely happy to be sharing that announcement with you. And that is really the main point of the episode, but I do want to explain sort of, I guess, the fact that the last episode posted on the Plato's Cave account was posted on June 14th, 2024. So nearly a year ago. And the explanation for that is as follows. I fell into a bit of a depression over the past year. As I mentioned already, I guess I alluded to, I did apply to PhD programs last year, and I was not accepted at any. I was fortunate enough to be waitlisted at three programs. I was waitlisted at USC, I was waitlisted at Penn, and I was waitlisted at UW-Madison. But unfortunately, nothing panned out for any of those three waitlists. There just wasn't any movement that occurred on any of the three. And so I basically had my plans put on hold for at least a year. But obviously, at the time, I thought perhaps the plans were actually canceled, not postponed, to do a PhD. So it was a very rough period of time in many dimensions, but specifically, that one, the dimension of my kind of hopeful career and life trajectory had been drastically changed in a way that I was not anticipating and not hoping for. Um, and I was in a difficult position because this time last year in 2024, I was completing Houston's master's program. And long story short, just sort of fell out of a lot of habits and fell out of a lot of routines. And one of those things that I fell out of was staying on top of the podcast. I mean, it's something that I've always enjoyed, but it is a lot of work. And I was put into a position where I sort of had to scramble and figure out what I was going to do for this interim year while I was applying. And thankfully, things have worked out, really, in hindsight, for the best. I mean, the fact that I am now locked in to pursue my PhD in philosophy at the University of Southern California is an outcome that I would have happily traded for an interim year. I would have taken that deal a year ago. So I consider myself extremely fortunate, and I am extremely grateful to be in this position. So I'll be starting the PhD in August. And along with that, I have been reinvigorated for the podcast. It's something that really, I think, aligns even more so now than ever before with my career plans, with my life plans, with really kind of how I want to spend some free time in a way that relates to obviously what I'm trying to do with my career. And I wanted to share that announcement with all of you. And I wanted to announce some upcoming plans for the podcast. Like I said, I've been kind of re-energized with this ray of hope, this ray of sunshine that I've received from USC. And basically, I mean, I think a lot of the upcoming plans have not been formalized in my own mind yet, but in general, I can say that this summer I'll be releasing a new reading group series that I'm recording with Adam and Giffen. We're diving into the philosophy of mind and consciousness, and I think I've really enjoyed recording that episode. We've recorded about 5 or 6 episodes so far. I'm in the process of editing those and releasing them, and that'll be out shortly, that series. And I want to also really dive back into having guests on the podcast. That was one thing that I thought was a wonderful use of this resource and this project that I've built. And getting away from that was certainly a mistake. Um, I want to really capitalize on this kind of newfound energy and excitement and funnel that into the podcast and into the channel as well as into my more straightforwardly academic work. I think in the current environment in which we find ourselves, I think that demonstrating the public utility of philosophy is more important now than ever. And I want to do my part to demonstrate its utility and value to the public. So if you are a fan of the show, if you're new to the show, I would really appreciate if you could tell people about the show or maybe a specific episode. If you want to reach out to me and try to connect me with guests, I'm all for that. Like I said, I really want to devote a lot of time and attention to Plato's Cave, to this project. I've started a new Instagram. You can find that by searching for the user name is Plato's Cave Podcast. That's all one word, no apostrophe in Plato's. Um, you can find me as you could before on Twitter or X at Jordan_C_Myers. And my website, jordanmyers.org, is going to be updated shortly. It's a good way to sort of, I guess, either get in touch with me. You can contact me through there. Or it's also a place that I'm going to trying to use to upload sort of recent work of mine that I'm in the process of developing. So that's about it for this episode. I wanted to give those of you who are still out there, still following the channel, an update and an explanation in part as to why I've been gone for the better part of a year, and to share an amazing update and to celebrate the next chapter of sort of my academic career and really my life in general. Um, I think this is going to be a huge and really positive change for me in every aspect. So, with that, I want to say welcome back. Thank you for hanging around and sticking with me if you're listening to this. And hopefully, you will be treated with a great new series this summer. And hopefully, we'll be able to get a ton of guests back on the show. So, like I said, if you can share this in any way, shape, or form, I would really appreciate that. And tune in for the next episode of Plato's Cave.